Well. Welcome to the show, Stefanos. Let me see if I can get this page down. There's me. There's you.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's try the background, see what happens. Hey, it works.
Not on this end, it's not.
Yeah, the lounge with that Jamnisek and Stefanos Karatopis. Follow, subscribe, and share. Look at that.
Oh, the frame, you mean?
Hmm.
Ah, interesting. I'm
What's
gonna
this
have
one?
I'm gonna have to do that stuff.
Yeah, so we're good. Anyways,
Yeah.
guys, first of all, cheers.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah. Cheersers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What are you drinking?
Beer.
Drinking rum and pineapples because I'm in Mexico.
Ah, lucky you got the good strong stuff. I don't. I just have the I just put a little beer fridge down here, so I got a steady supply now. So I don't have to go anywhere to get my beer.
Guess what? I can't show the comments with this background. Well, that one goes back to the drawing board.
There you go. I can do it.
I got it up.
Yeah, see? Which one do you want?
Well, good evening.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is. So it is working.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Cool.
all up. Oh,
So now we're
oh,
senors.
here's one just for you.
Cheers. Good. That's working. So,
Cheers. All right.
all right. You mentioned, okay, first of all, we're supposed to get Bam Bam and Best Damn Roofer on, right?
Yeah, and Rob, but I think I got the show links out a little late to them. Um, but Best Damn Roofer, Mr. Freedom, is still coming on. I spoke with him. He's going to be up in about an hour. He'll be on. So
Okay.
he's coming on a little bit late. He had some other things he had to do first.
So you
But hey,
mentioned Bill
what?
15. Bill 15. Guys, share this out. We're going to talk about Bill 15.
Oh yes, Bill 15. Does anybody know that they're making changes to the Federal Expropriation Act for high-speed rail projects? Anybody? Probably not. But
Well, they're
yeah,
not going to cover it on mainstream media. That's why people come here for this kind of stuff.
right. And you know what? Here, this is from a law firm that's been digging into this. So I'll I'll attempt to share the screen because I really suck at that. So
It's
uh,
easy.
I can't see anything when I share the screen. Just so you guys know.
Yeah, but
So
once you share the screen, you got to jump back into the StreamYard tab.
yeah, I
Stream.
can't
Yeah,
because
you can. You just click on the top of the.
no, because if I click back into the tab, what ends up happening is it just comes back to StreamYard, and then you'll see me, you, and it'll be an endless.
Okay,
And
share the page, and I'll try to see if I can put it up
you know
from
what?
here.
Hold
Then.
on a minute. I'm gonna do this a little different. I think I got an idea here. Should have done this before we did this, but whoops. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Where is it? There it is. All right. And then I got to do this. I think. Bear with me 1 second. All right. All
You got a
right.
bear with you?
Sure. Why in the heck not? Okay. Let's see. Mm, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Hold
Okay,
on. Hold
I'll be
on.
right.
I got to do it again. It just wouldn't get out of my face. So. All right.
Guys, you see the smoke rising from his ears? He's
This
thinking again.
this is tough stuff. Okay.
Now
Here
you
it
know
is.
what I've been going through for the last 5 years.
How about that? Is that one
What's
going?
up?
All right. So is it still up? Yes, it is. See?
Bill C-15. Key changes to the Federal Expropriation Act for high-speed rail projects.
That's right. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. And if you look along here, you'll see there is right here is the elimination of a requirement to attempt a purchase. So, under the current act, the Crown's got to generally attempt to purchase land before expropriating it. And Bill C-15 creates an exception for lands required for the high-speed rail network. So the minister concludes that an interest in land is needed. The Crown is deemed to require this land for public work, and the minister must proceed directly to expropriation without attempting a negotiated purchase. And the purpose of this new process is to shorten the early stages of the acquisition process. So I'm going to say this is completely illegal or completely unlawful. Sorry, not illegal. And because if they try this kind of stuff, anything they take right now, and I'll give you a good example of it, anything that they take that is like they put let's take a watershed. That's always a great example. If you got a watershed designation on your property, they do that because it's to benefit the public. But what it really is expropriation without compensation. So that's called a constructive expropriation, which is not allowed. So if they want it for the public works, and they do that, like everybody who's got all these conservation idiots, take them to court under constructive expropriation. Take them to court, because we've already had this go through the Supreme Court of Canada. We sat on there as interveners. The Lynch case, that's what I'm speaking about. And the Lynches won it. And when the St. John's attempted to, appeal it to the Supreme Court of Canada, they shot it down. And so this is what's deemed a constructive expropriation. So that's expropriation without compensation. This is even worse. They're just going to show up, say you can't do anything with your land. We're taking it, and that's that for that. Just because the government wants it for public work. So if it's, again, benefiting the public, not possible. So I hope this is challenged immediately and puts an end to that crap. Then you got streamlined notice requirements. There's been no notices going out, or next to no notices. So there's been a problem that way. We've heard back from a lot of people who are pushing back. And again, they're saying it's to simplify. And that's a key word, because that's a word they're using in order to say this makes it easier for us to steal it from you unlawfully. And so they're saying it's simplifying it. So they're cutting everything out. So they're cutting out having to pay you. They're cutting out all this stuff. So this is very bad. And it's a removal of your private property rights. And again, it's another attack on your Constitution. So this is stuff that, if you're along this area, you best, I think it's Ottawa, going Quebec to Ottawa right now. I think that's where they want to do it, but there's a lot more on it. I'm not really up to speed 100% on it, so I'm just going to use these guys, this law firm's explanation summarized nicely.
Deborah Bailey says that it's 1 kilometer wide. You believe that?
Yeah, that's the other thing. A kilometer. That's like crazy. So let's say you got, and here's a good example of something for you. Let's say you have a property that's like 1,000 acres, and okay, it's Montreal to Toronto that they're going. So let's say you got a property that's 1,000 acres, and they deem that you want to, they want to take this 1 kilometer or whatever, or even if it's a bit or a piece or whatever, your property is now frozen. You cannot sell even if you wanted to. You can't do anything. You can't build anything on your property. You can't do nothing with your property. So really, they've just frozen your property, and it's not just a little bit they've expropriated without paying you anything. It's a lot. So they've done everything. Yes, exactly, Deborah. It is wiping out farms. It's also a land grab. It's so many things, and this is all coming under the guise of this crazy shit. So, and I hope you do have farmers going crazy in your area, and they should all be pushing back against it. Public consultation has not been correct. They've not been giving notices out until like a day or something before they have a consultation. So, and the big problem is this is already past second reading and nobody's got a clue about it. So, this is how the government goes in an underhanded manner and does this. So, second reading is passed. Third reading, we all know once something passes second, third reading is almost automatic and done. So, unless you show up, and I'm talking to you freaking farmers out there, because you're the ones that are going to be affected the most here. If you don't show up there, uh, yeah, some of them, like I said, some of them they have, some of them they have not given notices. So they're not, and maybe in some areas they have, but in other areas they haven't. We've gotten a lot of complaints about that actually. So there's a big problem here, and better show up in droves. You better be one big freaking army and sending out to all your MPs, all the MPs, not your own MPs, but all MPs and the PM, and nail them. You have municipalities that are like maybe 1,000 people living there, and they're small, and this rail line might be going through, and the mayors are jumping for joy. They're like so excited because what they think is all these people are going to be showing up in their municipality, and they're going to stop, and they're going to be spending money, and they're going to make no dipshit. If you don't have anything to attract people, no one's going to say, hey, I'm going to stop there and just to check it out. You know what I mean? So uh, that's a problem. Uh, you know, that's the bad way of thinking. You're not your town, your municipality is not suddenly going to get rich because of this. Um, so there's other things too. There's oh so that's gone. So the streamlined notice requirements. So the notice need only confirm that the notice of intention has been registered, provide the registration details, and identify the municipality or district where the land is located. Any additional information is left to the minister's discretion. All notices must still inform affected owners of their right to object and describe how objections may be made. So this is why you're seeing that this isn't happening. And then they say and this is what I was just talking about, the mayors, they got the new approach to objections, no public hearings. So the existing obligation and public hearing process under sections 9 and 10 of the act would not apply to a rail related expropriation. Landowners would still have 30 days from a publication of a notice to submit written objection to the minister explaining who they are, the grounds of their objection, and their interest in the land. However, the requirement for public hearing or hearing officer is entirely removed, significantly reducing procedural safeguards. So, you know what? You're what? You're going to complain to your dictator saying, hey, I own this. I got the interest in the land. The dictator's going to tell you, hey, go pound salt, go jump in the lake. I got this. I have the interest in your land. You own nothing. So there's the big other problem. Like, people need to understand the seriousness of this bill and the implications and the opening up of potential abuse of this act being used, being weaponized. So this is really like really big problems. Uh, Ministerial obligations when a notice is registered. It says, despite the streamlined framework, some publication obligations remain in force. When a notice of intention to expropriate is registered, the minister must distribute it to all individuals identified in the Attorney General's report, publish it in the Gazette, and publish it in the local newspaper or similar publication. If the notice contains an omission or an error, a corrected notice may be published and deemed effective in original publication date. So this is the problem again. Like I told you, the notices have not been given out right, not properly. Some of them have not at all. Brenda says there's several gone out in some other areas, okay, but other areas not in the least. So, and they don't even know right now. They don't even know where they want to lay this rail down. They're actually fighting with each other of where they want to put it. So, go figure that crap out. So, effects on related notices. It's an expropriation is abandoned. Existing notices tied to the property must be withdrawn. A registered notice for right of first refusal must be deleted, and the landowner must be notified. Summarily, if a prohibition on work was registered, the minister must arrange for its removal and notify the owner of any affected lessees or occupants. So the other problem is right here. Where the heck was it? The right of first refusal. So there's a big problem because the government gets that. So you are completely being stripped of everything.
So this is unconstitutional, clearly, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. But they're going to say it's not. Remember what judges say. Nothing is unconstitutional until it's challenged in the courts and found to be. So they'll just deem it as being constitutional, and everything else. The Governor General, unfortunately, in Canada, will just rubber stamp it. They don't give a crap. They don't do their job anymore, which their job was to make sure that bills were not unconstitutional, and they would have to say, no, you can't do this. You got to do this and stop it. But unfortunately, the Governor General now has just become a rubber stamp, doesn't do anything like that, and just gives anything and everything royal assent. I don't think I can remember the last time the Governor General turned down a bill and sent it back to them. So this is another real big problem we have in Canada, is the rubber stamp syndrome. So we got Bill C-15 also clarifies the compensation is assessed. Any increase in value resulting from the work performed in contravention of Section 13 cannot be considered when determining market value. This prevents owners from benefiting from an unauthorized improvements.
I can't hear them yet.
Made after.
We have a lot of viewership.
It becomes. Hold on a sec there. Hey, there he is. You're on the screen there, Bob or Josh. Sorry. Can you hear us?
That's I hear a lot. I hear myself.
We're waiting for the best damn roofer to show up.
Best damn roofer is here.
Thank you.
I can't.
I think that's a
can hear
compliment.
your computer.
He can't hear us. No, he can't hear us. He's on the show.
So he can't hear that he's the second best damn roofer, and I'm the best damn roofer?
Hey.
No, he can't hear us, Ed.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear us?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you've done there, but you're here now. So they're the best damn roofers on. Big time.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
It's going. It's going.
I don't
Actually, I'm not,
right?
I haven't done any roofing the past year, so I'm not the best damn roofer right now.
Yeah, buddy. I took the cake. Oh, I lose him?
No, he's here.
No, he's still here.
Yeah, so here, let me pull this crap off the screen here, and then we can get going with Josh. Here we go.
Hopefully my camera doesn't die. We just got off a podcast here. I was just doing our canceled podcast.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Hope it went good. I hope it went good.
Yeah, buddy, it always goes good, right?
Yeah.
We're just working on getting some people out of some dark places, right? That's what we do.
Yeah, Ed's in
So
Mexico right now, so he's gone real dark right this moment. All
yeah, I'm
that fun.
drinking rum and pineapple. Stefanos, you're drinking beer. Josh, what are you drinking? We drink responsibly on our show. That's why we call it the
Yeah.
lounge.
I got nothing, buddy. Hey, the best damn roofer. Don't show this on social media. They're gonna give me a bad rap. I don't have any. I had water tonight, so I'm laying low tonight. You know.
Oh, damn, I didn't have any of your big time beer. What's going on here?
Not
Sheesh.
tonight. I can't drink every night. You know what I mean? I used to. I'm getting old, boys. Right?
Yeah, you're
Lucky,
talking preaching to the
we're in
choir,
our,
buddy.
lucky we're in our 20s still, so
Yeah.
we can go.
I still act like a child, right? But I'm aging like a piece of chicken in the sun.
Yeah. Well,
All those years roofing.
I'm a 23-year-old trapped in a 62-year-old body. Thank you, roofing.
So, what's been going on with you lately? I know we're supposed to have Rob and Bam Bam. Actually, Bam Bam just messaged me. He can't do anything right now. He's got a little disaster happening over at his house. I got the link late to Rob, so I don't know if he got it or not.
So, what's your take with Goofbusters? You associate with these guys? You supporting them? You're against
Yeah, I
them?
mean, I've always supported Rob. He's been doing social media for a while. I support the idea that that what Bam Bam's doing, where we're going now around into small communities and letting people know that there's a dangerous person living by near. So totally for that. I mean, kind of doing the police's job, but that's what we got to do, right? We have a terrible government. We have a terrible, you know, uh, court system. So letting these people back out immediately after committing horrific crimes. So, I mean, what else can you do? You can't just sit around and take it. So I feel that, what these guys are doing, it brings some people hope. And also for victims or people that have been victims and are survivors of, stuff like this, it also builds a community for them. It makes them feel safe again. Because, I mean, I couldn't imagine being a victim and then having, the person that did it to you released back into public, and you got to live in fear as a little child, and knowing that your whole community failed you, your government, your police, everything's basically failed. We don't protect children. We'll send money over to war out in Middle East somewhere, but we won't put any funding into longer prison terms or capital punishment for heinous crimes. Right? That would be considered wrong in Canada.
Inhumane.
Inhumane. Yeah, this guy can rape a baby, but God forbid you want to put him where he belongs, right?
Yeah, that's right. You can't do that because all the bad stuff isn't inhumane at all. So not to them.
No.
So the problem is, and what I've been identifying repeatedly, it's okay. I'm gonna knock law enforcement a little bit, not too much, because the majority of them are not what the rest of them are. And my problem with law enforcement and all of this, and I've seen it, and is when they show up and they decide they're going to start tearing down your signs or notices you put up. Law enforcement can't do that. That's an instant constitutional infringement, and also it's theft. So I would be laying charges of theft on them, and the police won't do it. So I would be doing it through private charges. And you would have a constitutional fight there because the Crown will take it over right away and just throw it out for no reason. At that point is where you'd have to bring a constitutional challenge. I'm happy to do that. But the real problem is the politicians, because they're the ones that are writing the legislation and tying the court's hands. Now, you also have another problem where you get activist judges, and you should not have activist judges in the courts because they're supposed to be not biased on anything. So that's where we got I think it was too long of a sentence or something like that for one of them, and they let him out and some crap like that. But this is all falling down and to the politicians, because when they write the legislation, it handcuffs these guys. Law enforcement, it handcuffs the judges, the courts. So until you get, like I said, an activist judge who decides he's going to set some sort of precedent. But we need to pressure these politicians. Keep doing what you're doing, obviously. But we got to really pressure them, and we got to start holding those police, those law enforcement accountable that are literally committing a crime of theft when they steal your signs and they trample on your constitutional rights. Again, I have no problems jumping in on that. So if these guys need me, I'm here.
That's so weird that you see an officer doing that. Like he's going around taking flyers off that are keeping children safe. It's almost like you're living in a Twilight Zone. Like he's getting paid 150 grand a year to rip off posters that say there's a pedophile lives on the street. Wow. Canada's gone down the toilet. Canada's cooked.
Hey, has anyone put up any of those posters? Lost pedophile with picture of the guy and last known address, and
No.
if found, please contact Goofbusters with the page.
That'd be kind of nice. We should probably do that. Looking for, right? Where did he go?
That's funny because somebody actually made that for Ray when he was on here the last time with Rob.
Well, that's the thing that he just went missing, I guess, right? So he took off, but at least he's not living in a community with children. Maybe he's just laying low. He's just staying away. Like if these people feel no pressure, they're going to commit these crimes again. They're reoffenders. Like a sexual predator just doesn't turn it off. Oh, I got slapped in the hand. I did 3 months in jail. I'll never do that again. I mean, there has to be some type of repercussion for this type of behavior. I mean, they're getting off easy even if we're going down the street knocking on doors telling people he lives here and we're putting up posters. I mean, that seems like a pretty mild sentencing, right? We're telling people that he's a pedophile. It just seems that there's the sentencing's got so small. Like people don't get any time for anything anymore. Kids can deal with drugs now. They get 8 months, and then they get 2 for 3, or is it 3 for 1 days on the you sleep on the floor. So you can be basically deal a bunch of drugs, fentanyl, whatever, and then you sleep on the floor for a year and you get 3 years in jail because you slept on the floor. You have bad living conditions. Well, what about all the people you put in the grave, right? All the people you fed fentanyl to that didn't make it through. So that's what we were just weak society. We're a dumbed down society. We're uneducated. Our kids aren't getting educated. Our prisons are too soft. Our country's literally become a pile of human waste.
Yeah, and
politicians are to blame. Government's to blame. I mean, we can take some of the blame ourselves if we don't do anything either. That's why one thing I like about doing what Bam Bam's doing, at least we're taking some responsibility for our communities. I mean, we lost all our sense of community. COVID, it was already going downhill, but like after COVID, we lost all our senses of. Just 1 second. Oh.
Did he say like a sheep?
He was doing the lamb thing, sheep, whatever you want to call it.
You got pet sheep or what?
It's got maybe a goat running around there. We never know.
You got a pet goat or a sheep or what?
Sorry about that.
That's
someone let the dogs in my shop, and they're going to come and rip every wire out of this wall and destroy everything that we're working on right now. So.
So now you brought up a lot of good points there, and that's true. And they even release them over and over. God, I think there's one that's been released something like 5 or 6 times and keeps committing the same thing over and over, and they don't hold them in. But you know how the saying goes: "Let no what the heck is it? Let
no crisis go to waste.
Don't let any good crisis go to waste." And who sees the opportunity for this to jump on it? Conservative Party. Pierre Pissy Pants Poilievre. What does he do? He turns around and he says, "Well, I'm going to suspend your constitutional rights. So this guy, the only time he should be leaving from jail is in a box, like for a murder sentence he was going on with some guy, Bissonnette was it, I think, and he should be leaving a box." So, and then he says, "So I'm going to protect Canadians' Constitution by stripping us of our constitutional rights." No. Could you imagine if you got some nutcase like dictator like him, some little soy boy Millhouse looking loser, and he goes and he strips off our Constitution, and this was during, the big protest in Ottawa. You imagine everybody who was arrested there would still be sitting in jail. They wouldn't have even had a bail hearing or even one appearance in court. And that's the big problem when you got psychopaths that are literal psychopaths like Milhouse, and he goes and does this shit, man. That's bad, and that's what they attempt to do. They try to strip us of our rights. That's the big attack that goes on here in Canada. People need to open their eyes and see that happening.
All politicians are on the same side, so they're all on the same team. They're not working for us. We're on our own team. They're not working for us. So I mean, you can vote for this person, you can vote for that, but it doesn't make a difference. They're all got the same leader. They all follow the same script. And they go down into Parliament and look at they're arguing today again. Ooh, he's arguing for me, and it's just like this. I don't know how we got here in society where it's okay just to have two different parties and you have to obey whatever this one dweeb that you put in power. Right now you're seeing these liberals cross the floor, or not liberal. I guess they're liberals now, but the conservative members are crossing the floor. Like, how is that even allowed? Like, you vote for one guy and then he can just pick up his seat and fucking walk across things, so your vote literally gets shit on. So there's really no point of voting. If they really want to just take the government over, they will. Like, Carney's just buying seats right now. I'm gonna go hang out with Carney. They walk across the floor. Oh, look at that should be against the law. But I mean, we all know that there's no law for politicians. There's no accountability. And that's how we got in this situation where there's criminals let back out there. Because what happens to a politician when he lets a pedophile back on the streets? Nothing. He doesn't bother him at all. He lives in, like, Pierre or whatever his name is, or Trudeau. They live in, $1 billion, $1 million house. And they got all the security. They don't need to worry about the rest of society. They fuck us. They shit on us. That's the whole point, man. That's why the system doesn't work, and it won't work. It can't continue to work. And if we're just fools to believe, like, we can vote our way out of this.
Yeah, and you always hear them, they always want the image of the public. They don't want the public to lose faith in. And you've seen it, this big project, whatever the fuck it was, where they took, 30 cops have been arrested and shit, plotting murders and crap against a jail guard. And they're like, they don't want to lose the public to have it, all the respect for them and shit like that. Are you kidding me? The public's already lost it a long time ago. You have nobody looks up to a cop and by the public anymore. They don't get any fair treatment. They don't. Christ, I could show you a million videos of dirty cops, one after the other. Oh, of course, all interacting with
we
me.
don't have any accountability either. I think every cop should be drug tested once a week. I think every teacher should be drug tested. I think every politician should be drug tested. People think that's a crazy idea. Why not? My dad drove transport truck for a living. He had to get drug tested. These people are running your lives. Cops are running around with guns. Half of them are hopped up on steroids and doing the drugs they're fucking getting out of the crime scene. Yeah. I mean, if you're handling cocaine, guess what? I want to see what's in your blood or your hair. Right? But we don't worry about that. Imagine if you start drug testing politicians, teachers, and cops. There'd be a bunch of new fucking job openings. I'll tell you that much.
Ugh, Christ. Well, you did say one thing about the scripted stuff. So this is why I keep telling them. People are like, did you see in the legislature today? And I'm like, dude, don't watch that shit. That's all scripted. It's a horse and pony show. I spent 10 years. I don't know if you know that or not, but I spent 10 years in the legislature there. Queen's Park, while my friend was an MPP. Everything that has gone on there is scripted. They all have it written down for them. They're all, and this banter that you see back and forth is all acting. And
it's like the Masonic Lodge. That's what they are.
And
Actors.
They're allowed to lie. They're allowed to lie to the public. They're allowed to say straight bullshit. They have complete immunity while inside Parliament or the legislature. They got complete immunity. And they're allowed to do this. And their excuse is so that they can build party support. So stop watching that stuff, people. It's bullshit, straight up scripted to brainwash you into voting for one side or the other. And the liberal constitution of the Liberal Party says that they are to join all parties. So that way they're always, pushing their agenda. So is it any surprise to me that they're walking the floor? No, this is something they've done for years and years. This isn't something new, but it's, again, all part of campaigning for the Conservatives and wanting to make change, because this is actually a constitutionally protected activity. But they won't tell you that. But you got liberals. Look at Doug Ford; he's a full-blown liberal,
Yep.
libtard, and they cross the floors all the time, and they do that so they doesn't matter what party it is. So I don't know why people vote for all these parties. It's the same ones. They all fucked us.
They're
This
all
is
a
how we are
uniparty.
today.
It's like I remember the little girl. They went to the funeral. Mark Carney and Pierre Polyev. They go to the funeral and they're holding hands on and a vigilante, or what do they call it, vigilite, right? They do these the candle ceremony. They're all holding hands, and they're all talking about how Canada, this is so sad that this guy shot up the school, and I'm like, you guys caused all this shit, right? Poilievre's been a politician for 23 years. It's just can't he take any accountability? These guys here are the ones saying it's okay to pump these kids full of hormones and it's okay to push gender ideology in public school. He voted for it. He's just a piece of shit like the rest of them. That's why I said they're all liberals. The whole party. There ain't no conservative and liberal in Canada. It's all one big libtard union, and they're all getting paid by the WEF. And I did a post there years back on when Polyev was, this is our new savior, and I'm like, look at this fucking nerd with glasses on. And he's going to be the savior. I look at this guy. No, he's not. I look up his name in the Wayback Machine in the WEF in April of 2021. He was on the list for WEF. He was a member, and it was taken off months before he ran for this seat, right, of the leader of the cabinet. And I remember posting it, and this is the time the freedom movement was pretty big. And there's, how dare you? I'm like, how dare you? Just told you the fucking truth. What do you mean? You don't know this fucking douchebag. The guy would throw you under the bus in a fucking heartbeat. You know what I mean? I know these people fucking don't like us at all. These politicians do not like us. They're literally part of this cult that wants to destroy humanity and poison us with vaccines and our food and our children's mind. They're aiding the destruction of society.
They are, and we are the useless eaters of them. We're just nobodies. We're just trash, and they got to get rid of us. But they want to keep a little slave crew just to serve them. Of course.
They're going to be the strongest ones, right? The strongest ones will survive. They want those ones, right?
That's right, and you're absolutely right about the WEF stuff. The WEF stuff, he got his people out there and all the diehards. I still get it today, and oh no, that was fake. That's Photoshop. And no, it's not Photoshop. He is absolutely 100% a WEF puppet, and that's what it is. He caused this shit, dude. He caused this shit.
Cabinet manager, John Berard or Braird, or how you say it? He's an open WEF member. Baird, yeah. So he's open. You can go on the forum right now, and his name is there. He's proud to be a member.
Yeah, and
Polyev is no. The management of the cabinet is, but Polyev's not.
Yeah, his campaign manager who sent Jeffrey Epstein an invite letter for him. So there you go. He's in the Epstein emails too.
Pedo ring, right?
Yeah, but everybody turn away. You didn't see that. Just put the blinders on. Don't worry about it.
It's funny. You want to hear a true story? I met Polyev. I shook his hand, right? He came after the Freedom Convoy. He didn't show his face in the Freedom Convoy, but afterwards, he wanted all our votes, right? He's going to save it. Although he voted for all the trans bullshit and everything else he voted for and the lockdowns. But he's going to be the one to get all the freedom people's votes, right? So I meet this hunk of shit and I shake his hand. I just want to see him fucking feel his slithery little paw, right? So I shake his hand and I said, do you back the digital currency? Do you stand for digital currency? He goes, nope, I don't want digital currency. I said, oh, perfect, because I want a membership and I'm paying cash. And I got this on film. And I pull out my fucking $15 for the annual membership. And he almost ran because he can't tell. I can't touch cash yet. And I'm like, well, this is pretty awkward because you said you're against digital currency, but you want me to pay I can't pay with cash. Well, didn't his numbnuts fucking of a security guard end up buying my membership for the Conservative Party with his credit card? Because I'm like, dude, I'm paying cash. So the dude took the $15 fucking from me and he paid with his own credit card for me to have a membership to the fucking Conservative Party to save Polyev from his first remark saying he doesn't support digital currency, but it wouldn't take my cash.
But hey, he'll take your cash, that's for sure.
Somebody did. One of his
somebody's gonna take it. It'll go to him anyways. You know that.
Oh yeah, but he wouldn't take cash, right? So it's like, oh, I stand against digital currency. Well, what about paper? No, it was like I fucking pulled out a fucking Yeah, he just ran like it was a fucking bat from hell, right?
That's so great. That's so great. And they're all, don't ever buy this fucking shit that one of these guys are going to suddenly save you. They're not.
I bought
Like
into it with Donald Trump there a couple of years ago. I fell for it again. I mean, I was an avid government against the government, and then like I fell for it. They got me. They do it good. The phones will work magic on you, man. The symbolism on the back of the forbidden fruit isn't just a joke. But yeah, I got wound up in Trump again. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna save us, and like he don't give a fuck about me. Are you kidding? He gives a fuck about himself. He's a billionaire. Him and Carney probably go to parties and jerk each other off and watch fucking babies cry or some fucking thing,
Him and
right?
Carney are cutting deals together over pipelines, over
Oh,
100-year leases,
buddy, yeah.
all kinds of deals in the background. We have no idea.
Oh, they're into
Carney's
one
got
big
in.
party.
Carney's got in. He's making some huge deals. He's gonna be so stinking rich when all is said and done. It's not even funny.
he
We're
already
gonna be
is.
left holding the bag.
And so is Donald Trump. Donald Trump's like, so these billionaires are just like, people think they're going to save you. They're just they give you the illusion, like you just said, they're acting. They own the media. They do it all. They make them look like they're enemies too. They just laugh about it in the locker room after they're jerking each other off, drinking baby's blood.
Yeah,
Right.
look, you got to look at it as a business, right? You got to look at it as a business. Like you're a manufacturer and you're making roofing shingles. Okay, so you wanna promote these shingles and you want to sell as much as you can. They're the same thing, except what they're manufacturing are voters, and they're the manufacturing plant. They're brainwashing everybody to get those votes because that's money, and more money, and then we're gonna have no fucking money pretty soon. Our checks, like, we'd be lucky if we have a quarter of a check left when we get paid because it's all going there to every other fucking country being laundered away.
Well, that's the funny thing. What's the end result? So we pay 50% taxes now. What's in 25 years? Do we not get anything? And that people don't see that. Like, so in a short few years, it went from 5% taxes to 55% taxes. And what are we getting? You don't get much for it. Well, you get roads. Like, oh, fuck, I'll build. I could probably do a better job at building the roads if you gave me fucking $8 billion fucking, dollars a year to do it. The money it's all bullshit, man. The government is literally a fucking pile of snakes.
Yep. Anyways, we're getting way off topic here. Josh, the reason why I want to bring in here is, did you do any canvassing with Goofbusters in the past few weeks?
I missed. I go with Bam Bam. Yeah, I go show up for Bam Bam. But I've
So
can't.
can you explain to people what's involved, like how he organizes it, how you guys meet, what do you
So
do?
yeah, so Bam Bam finds out that there's a convicted child predator, whether this person has been convicted of distributing child porn or he's been convicted of, rape and everything else. So it's Bam Bam kind of like, and Goofbusters is Rob. So Bam Bam has his own page, and then Goofbusters is Rob. We kind of work all together, right? And we just we put the message out there on social media, and we know the location that we can't give out online because that's considered a crime. We can't harass anybody, so we can't actually harass the person, but we can go around, make people aware, put the person on notice. We can protest in front of their house. We just can't give out the location of their address. We can read their charges. So usually Bam Bam will, with the megaphone, will let everyone know, and he'll be reading the charges out loud. And then we literally show up at the sidewalk near the person's house, and we're usually led by a heavy chant about pedophile scum, or nobody likes a pedo. We just kind of have these like little different chants to kind of put fear into that person, so they feel like they can feel some fear, like they've instilled in children. So it kind of indicates the people that are there that have been victims and or survivors. So I think it was a wonderful thing. Once they told me they were doing it, I'm like, I'm in. You had me at putting pedophiles on notice. I was like, what a great idea, right? It kind of feels good. You get to yell a little bit, and you chant around, and if someone doesn't agree with what you're doing, it's kind of hard not to agree with what we're doing, right? We're abiding by the law, we're following the rules, and we're keeping our neighborhood safe.
So another question: what do neighbors say when you knock on their door and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Well, they're like, some people are like, this one couple we had, they're like, what house is it? So of course I tell them the house. Like, oh my God, my mom's backyard touches that. our child stays there every 3 nights a week. Like, okay, well, don't let that child ever alone. This guy's been convicted 5 times over the 20 years. And that was a special day because one of his victims showed up to protest against him, who is now in his 30s, but was sodomized and raped as an 11-year-old boy. And he only got 3 or 4 years. And that's one of those people that I'm talking about that lives in fear in a community where he gets raped by an adult, but then our community and our government fail them and let that evil person back in. And this young child has to live in fear. So I've seen it firsthand where we can break those chains and bring that person just feels vindicated. Like, here I am outside your damn house with 40 people and we're yelling at you. You know, he's been imagine I mean, that little boy, it just must be vindicating for him as he's a growing man now. And all that fear has been lifted and he's found a group of people that make him feel like, make him feel important. First of all, make the victim feel important and make them feel like they don't have to be scared anymore. And there's some people that are there to protect them. So it's actually an amazing thing. It's an amazing feeling. I do it Saturdays. I missed a couple Saturdays because I travel a lot, but Saturdays I do goof busting or pedo hunting, as Bam Bam would call it. And then Sunday we do church. So I stopped working the weekends and start doing some good things for my community, becoming a better person. So that was how I figured I could do that.
Better for you too. So is this consistent that most neighbors have no idea that these pedos are living down the street or around the corner or what?
Well, some people do, but like not very many, like a couple people do, but like a lot of people are like thanking us and honking. And like, I've had like, even because I let people know that I'm going, and I've had people like yell out the window, "You guys are awesome! Like, Mr. Freedom, we love you, thank you! Like, Bam Bam, we love you! Like, Goofbusters!" Like, people got hats on, and like, of course, like, I mean, imagine living in a community. You found another guy that lives on the street, and you just let your kid ride by that guy's house every day on his bike after school. You never know, right? Like, these people will strike again. And the one pedophile who's made child porn, trafficked child porn, did all those. He got on house arrest. Now he's living with his mom, and he's got cameras. We're outside his house. He's got cameras, and they're moving, watching everybody. So this guy's 500 meters from a school with cameras, so he can literally watch kids from his bedroom walk and see where they go. He can literally, but no cops ever check up on this guy. This goes against his. He has like a special order he has to follow. Right, goes against his. He's not allowed to have video cameras or anything else because he made child porn. But no one's watching. Our videos that we did with Goofbusters actually solidified that this dude was breaking the law. He was breaking his what do you call it when you go to jail and you got a parole? His parole violation, right?
Breaking your conditions.
Yeah, so we can catch these guys breaking their conditions. So like we're just being a thorn in their side too. Like if they're not going to get any kind of penalty for harming children, like we can be a nuisance and stay lawful though. That's the trick, right? Getting people to come out like can't scream like we want to hang you from the gallows. Like we can't be threatening people with their life, right? It just doesn't work that way, because then you're committing a crime, all right? And so we always tell people to stay respectful to a certain aspect. Like, I mean, we can yell pedophiles dumb, but like no death threats, please, because that's not we don't need any bad attention. We're already getting enough bad attention as it is. As you see, Bam Bam's page gets taken down, and Facebook doesn't really like the idea that you say rape or pedophile, so it really attacks your algorithm when you're trying to spread information, right?
Yeah,
so it's funny how
they heavily censor me too. Your screen went down, by the way.
Did you pay a hydro bill this month?
So our battery keeps going on our camera, so I still got sound. But I don't know why it's going on. We have it plugged in, but the battery just keeps drawing for some reason. But yeah, I don't have too much more time. I got speaking of kids, I got a couple of kids I got to get to bed tonight and then get them ready for the big day tomorrow. But no, that's what it's all about, is protecting kids. And we used to do that a long time ago. We used to have communities and churches that we stuck together. And I think the way society's gotten and these electronic devices, society is not what it used to be. It's a lot different out there. So it's nice to find some friends out there that have the same interests, and we don't like pedophiles. Who likes a pedophile? Nobody.
Well, I will be bringing a politician to one of these Saturdays. Just keep that in mind. And one politician will come, and they're a good one, and one that won't backstab you.
So yeah, the first one we did at the courthouse, the big one, when all the bikers showed up and everything, and I'm like, I get on the microphone, I'm like, not one goddamn politician, you snakes, you low lives. I'm just like cursing politics, and like some like mayor from like I think it was Welland. He's like, I'm here. He was like, I'm like, oh okay, here's a microphone, right? Like, hey buddy, I'm sorry, but I'm like, I had to call it out, right? But there was one that showed up, and he seems to have the heart in the right place. And I believe he was a politician from Welland, and he's been pretty vocal about it.
What was he, a mayor? If he was the mayor,
Mayor,
then
I
it was
think.
Campion. Then yeah, that's who it was. I know him, but I don't remember him. I was there. That's the first time I saw you.
There was a group of them. There was 4 or 5.
I didn't even recognize
them. They were there because it happened in Welland, right? The with Daniel and the rape happened in Welland. So yeah, he was there.
Yeah, that was the big one.
Next question. Have you guys gotten any international attention yet?
Not that I'm aware of, maybe. Do you mean like news outlets?
Anything. Is word getting out? Is this spreading from out of Niagara Falls across the country yet? That's what I want to see.
So on my social media, like I'm pretty popular online, so I've seen it. Like people are like, I do it on the Best Damn Roofer sometimes. Like, oh, the roofer's killing it. Like, you love it. Like, so like people see it. But I find it like, I'm not sure. It's hard to understand the algorithms right now. Like if they don't want people to see what your message is, they will shut you down, right? So I believe that it's Bam Bam had a nice little blast there and got 40,000 followers, but then they take his page down. So they don't want people, they don't want vigilantes. They don't want people going out there and doing their own thing, right? So it gives people hope. They don't want that. So whenever you stand against their narrative, you're going to feel some pushback. But I mean, we're going to keep pushing. I mean, if we're making a difference in our community, that's what helps. And I think more people are doing stuff like this around the world. I think hopefully we see these videos on social media where these guys are actually in the States are punching these guys in the face. They're getting these guys on the phone saying they want to hook up with a 10-year-old boy, and they meet him, and it's like this big dude, like a biker. He fucking smacks him in the mouth 3 times and kicks him in the nuts, sends him home, right? Like, I like that guy. So I think it's happened. I don't know if it's our work or all combined work of just good people, but I think I think everyone hates a pedophile deep down inside. Like, I mean, unless you are one, right? I mean,
yeah, well, it's funny you mentioned that because I've shared quite a few of those videos and watch them. And you know what the interesting thing is? The guys who punch them out and shit, they call the cops on them, and the cops arrest those guys. They don't arrest them guys for punching them out. Go figure that one out. Here, you would be in jail, and the PETA would be running free. Probably going to the next door there and freaking raping some other little kid.
Well, they've already submitted the evidence to the police, I think, right? And like I think the one guy says he's been charged a bunch of times, but he's like he doesn't give a shit. He goes to court for it, and he was supposed to meet a 12-year-old boy, and he smacks him in the mouth, right? Not like there's some bad ones. You ever seen the one where they hit the pedophile guy over the head with a pumpkin and like literally put him in a coma? He's just like this like 7-year-old man. He's like, you like meeting 5-year-old kids, and he just takes this gigantic pumpkin from Walmart and literally cranks him in the back of the head. He falls like a domino and smacks his fucking head right off the cement floor, and he is out fucking cold. And I mean, that put a smile on my face. You know what I mean? That's justice right there, right?
Well, street justice, but in Canada they don't want that. Not that we're condoning any of that, just to be clear. But I
haven't done that yet.
Quite interesting to see such things that can actually be done in other countries, as opposed to Canada's back-asswards freaking ways of attacking the victims and punishing them.
Well, if somebody got raped in Canada and you stopped the rape and killed the person raping a woman or a child, you would be charged with murder, without a doubt. You'd have to defend that. They would charge you with murder, without a doubt. Like in the States, they'd be like, okay, that action is justified, no charges laid. In Canada, you'd be charged with murder, without a doubt. Just like if you shot someone in your home and you have to go to court for it, you would charge. So this guy could come in with 3 of his friends and you could take their gun from them and shoot them, but you'd still be charged with murder. Although they shot your kid and they shot at you and or whatever else, they would still charge you with murder. They charge you with murder no matter what in Canada if you kill somebody, even if it's justified, because we're a weak society, low life, pathetic politicians.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic that they do that, and you know you have every right to defend yourself. And after you're done and you're gone, Ed, I'm going to play a video showing somebody defending themselves. You might want to stick around and see this, Josh, before we leave, because it's actually a fucking sexual assault caught on camera by a politician.
Okay, I don't know if I can see it. I don't have. Mark can only see your screen. I'm over here in the black booth.
Well, then Mark will enjoy this, but you know.
You can watch it on replay. I'm sure it is.
You can watch it on replay. Yeah, you can always. I'll send you the link actually after it's over if you want to download and chop the show up and put clips off if you want or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Should I play it now, there, Ed? Should I?
Yeah, just one more question for Josh. If there's people in other areas, because you guys are local to St. Catharines, right?
Yeah.
What do you say to people that want to start this up, like say in Waterloo, where principals are getting arrested for pornography or child porn or stuff like that? How do you get people to take that first step to organize in their local localities?
I mean, I owe it all to Bam Bam. He kind of like the front runner of all this, but it just takes somebody that's angry enough, but cool and collective and calm enough to just basically organize a post that we're going to go out, and it doesn't take too many people. I think Bam Bam went out the first time with 3 or 4 people. And then, I mean, the last time I wasn't there, I was away, but I had 50 or 60 people show up. We've had more. But just get out and do it. Put it on social media that this is the crime. So find you, first of all, it has to be a convicted person. So you can't, it has to be a conviction so you can read their charges and stuff. And just follow the law, because if you want it to keep going, unfortunately, you got to follow the law. So, you know, stay within the law, and you can protest anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but you can protest the streets of Canada, allegedly. Right? We tried it a couple of times. They shut us down, but yeah, just go out and do it if you know where he lives, and go out. And there's so many people out there that have been let back into the streets. And then that Bam Bam started it. There's so many. He gets probably a dozen messages a day about, there's this person here. He's back out. He raped my niece. These are the charges. This was the court case, right? I mean, you guys know about that better than anybody. I mean, you guys are in the courts all the time looking at this shit, and there's hundreds of victims, and then there's, you know, no charges. Like, you know, I mean, can we talk about the academy, or is that off the limits?
Stefanos?
But that's what
academy.
What's that, Ed?
Oh, I was just saying that there's so many people charged and let back out, and victims. I said, like the academy story, but we don't really talk about. But there's a lot of problems with the. I didn't say the full name.
I'll give you a quick little update in the academy story, and this I'm going to blame completely on fucking law enforcement. All right, so there's been several. I'm the very first one that made a criminal complaint on my abusers at the academy. I told Grimsby 8th District, I'm going to name names too. I am not holding nothing back because it's true. So I'm not making bullshit up. I name names. So, you know, the detective, I emailed them because they wanted, you know, any evidence I had or witnesses. So I emailed Spano. I gave them that. They didn't respond to me. I think it was a couple of days later, I met her in person. There was other victims that put complaints in. I asked her, you know, did you get my email? Because you didn't respond. She's like, oh, well, I got your email, and I looked at it, and I thought, I'm not going to respond. So I was like, well, all right, well, that's great. Not. So problem is, I had made them aware that the NRP cannot take carriage of our complaints because they have several members, and the Niagara Regional Police Service was involved with Robert Land Academy in several different ways, and then other ways that I wasn't aware of at the time that I'm now aware of. So I said, you know, and it can't be the OPP because we got the provincial government is the PC party, and they're tied directly to the school since 1978. So has to be RCMP. Well, what do they do? And I said, you definitely can't send it to what was
York Region?
York Region, because they have an active duty staff sergeant that was sitting on the board of governors of the school. So there isn't a conflict. So What do? They go send it to York, of course, the place that I tell them not to. So there's back and forth with York. Actually, we got them lying. The detectives at York lying to us. We got the emails and everything. I read them. I almost died when I read them. And then finally, after a bunch of BS back and forth, they now pass it off to Peel Regional. So why are they sending it to all the regional police? It has to go to the RCMP, just so everybody's aware, because I'll bet you nobody knows. If it's York, Niagara, Peel, whoever it is, they're all the same police service. They all draw from Windsor. That's who supplies the police officers. So they're all the same force. So there is no going to this branch or that branch because it's still the same. But anyways, it's turned into a shit show. I'm going to have to be doing some emails to the Attorney General and getting them to step in here. This has gone crazy. This is in June of 2025 that I made my complaint, and I haven't heard shit since. We're in 2026 of February now. Nothing's moved forward. Nothing's gone anywhere. It's an attempted cover-up, straight up. I don't care what anybody says. They're all cover-ups. There was staff who were there that are NRP members, even a detective at 8th District. So this is a big problem that we have going on right now, and they're trying to stonewall all the investigations. Can you imagine almost 50 years of abuse and these
The stories that come out of the academy is just insane. It's local to here. It's just unfucking real. But guys like you that are pushing forward and making differences, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Bam Bam and the Goofbusters, everyone that's standing up to it's basically evil. It's the most evil in the world, right? When you harm children. So I have a strong stance against those type of people. So I appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, thank you. And hi, Jimmy. I see Jimmy saying hi, fellas. Jimmy Jackson, folks. He's in the house.
Jimmy.
He's the next mayor of St. Catharines.
That's right. I'm voting for him.
Anything else, Ed, you wanted to add?
I'm kind of in the mood to see a mayor grab somebody by the nuts.
Okay.
I can see it now. If you want to show it, I got a few seconds here. I can.
All right.
I got the screen up.
Okay, this is the
deputy. It's got to be in a public meeting, though. It can't be private.
This is the deputy mayor of North Huron County. These guys have gone nuts. And remember, this is all over doing a constitutionally protected activity such as recording council meeting. This is crazy. This is insane.
You got to share the screen again?
Yeah.
Stefanos is new to screen sharing tonight.
There we go. Can we see that?
Yeah, make it bigger if you can. And did you click the button to play the sound?
The sound?
Yeah, there's a button before you share the screen, play sound.
Well, I didn't get it, but let me know if you can hear it. I'll
Okay, hit the play button.
All right, I'm going to hit the play. Here it is, guys. Enjoy. This idiot grabbed the guy by the nuts. We have self-defense. This is a sexual assault on camera. Here we go.
Oh, can you spit what comment? What's rotting your cheek?
Come to the next meeting.
No, you didn't. That's not what the recording says there, sir. This is the way that you treat the public? You sold it. Are you going to fucking hit me again? Get the fuck back up there. Back off, you fucking dick. Back off. Call the police. Call the police. Oh, my arm.
I think that gets beat up. I call the cops.
I can't, man. It's the fucking funniest thing I ever seen. This guy is a total tyrant. He's attacked this person who was filming. He's attacked him before. He's assaulted him. We have that on camera. So this is the second time he goes to assault him. And what he said at the beginning where he said, I said, come to a public meeting. What he really said was, and it's on camera, he told him he was going to drop his, in his mouth and it's going to rot in his teeth. So this is how sick this fuck is. And then he goes to go at him. So this guy is 70 years old, a senior, hands in the pocket, stepping in front of him, blocking him, and So this Deputy Reeve, Kevin Faulkner, reaches down. You can see it right in the video. He's got his hands on his nuts. He's squeezing his nuts. So the guy takes his hands out of his pockets, gets him in the headlock, and puts him down. And, you know, these guys are fucking nutcase tyrants. This is crazy.
That's good video, buddy. Anyways, that's time for big time. I got to head out. I got a little bit of work to do tonight, but like I said before, I appreciate all the work you guys are doing. And hopefully I'll see you guys out there. We're goof busting this Saturday. I think we're going to be out in Niagara. I think the details are on Bam Bam and Goof Busters. If you check those guys out on social media, and
where do
you
you
can go
find
down
it?
there and
Just look for Goof Busters on Facebook or what?
Goof Busters, and then Bam Bam. I think he just lost his page, but he's still there. So he has a small following, but he lost 40,000 people for sharing. I think he got in trouble for sharing an address. Man, you gotta be careful if you share someone's location, right? So, like I said, they're more on the pedophile side than the people trying to protect the kids. Put it that way.
So on Facebook, Ray Bam Bam Andrews,
There you go.
or
Give
is it
them a
Razor
follow.
Bam Bam Andrews?
No, they took that page down on him too. Or is that it, Jimmy? I thought they took that one down too. But I know when I tag him, it's Ray Bam Bam Andrews. So
He's got a few now. He's like me. Just get a bunch of pages and hope one sticks, right?
that's it. Open them all up.
All right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure. God bless you. Thanks for everything you do, and hopefully see you guys soon.
All right. Thanks for
Alrighty.
coming on.
All right,
And-
guys. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
And again, we're over an hour. Damn it.
Are we?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, hey, it's all right. It was worth it. That video alone was worth it. All right.
Yeah. All right. So see you guys next Thursday, 8 p.m.
Sounds good.
Eastern time. And hopefully next week we'll be also streaming on BitChute and hopefully Rumble.
Yes, sir. And we got to make some more connections. Let's stream at some other places. Get them all up. We're going to start spreading a little further, guys. We're still in our infancy. I'm trying to learn stuff. I don't know anything about computers. So, you know, I'm slow. Ed's the master.
Yeah. But I'm stuck running the show on an iPad. It's not going well. Not for me at least. So Jimmy Jackson says he'll join us next week. Cool. All right, Jimmy.
All right, awesome, Jimmy.
So take some pictures, take some quick video snaps, shots. I'd love to hear what neighbors are saying when you guys go canvassing. And that's the difference that's going to make about protecting our kids. People need to know. And that's why I want this to grow across the city. Guys, if you found any value in this video, please share it out because we're getting shadow banned like crazy. The truth, they don't want this getting out. They don't want a good society. They want us in fear. They want us cowering. They want to get us all stressed out. They don't want us doing what has to be done. And this is one of those things. We got to protect our kids because that is our future. Have a good evening.